All right, stat. Dr. Ben Carson is in trouble, and he's got to do something to counter charges here that he lied in a book admitting as much, that comments that he had gotten accepted on an ROTC scholarship into West Point were all just made up. Now, we've been efforting, trying to get the good doctor, anyone from his campaign, to talk to us. So far, no luck. But we do have with us a former spokesman and advisor to Governor Jeb Bush, Justin Sayfie, on all of this news. Justin, what do you think of this and what it means now?
Well, look, one of the benefits that Ben Carson has received from Republican voters, especially in these polls, is that he's perceived as being trustworthy and honest. He's an outsider. He's not a typical politician. So now these charges and this admission from his campaign that part of his book where he talked about he got a full scholarship to West Point now not being true starts to chip away at that image that he's cultivated with Republican primary voters thus far.
Now, obviously, there's no instant polling on this sort of thing, but as you indicated here, you know, it's a key centerpiece of his appeal with people, and the reason why he has been polling so highly and is considered the most trustworthy of all the candidates, particularly among women, a crucial constituent, or one that I'm sure Republican candidates would love to have because typically they've lost that vote. If he were to drop out, how does it change the race?
Well, if he were to drop out, and I don't know that he would drop out just based on this single episode that's taking place
today. But it gets to be a pile-on. It does, whether justified or not, they start scrutinizing everything you've said, every comment you've made.
Well, and I think he's learning now what it means to run a presidential campaign and be a presidential candidate. This is probably the first thing, and now we know how the press works, is once there's a drop of blood in the water, the sharks start circling around, they're going to start digging for more indications of where he may have said something that isn't completely true. We know that another news network did that with a story they did this morning. So look, I think that he's going to come under more scrutiny, whether he drops out or not. Obviously, if he does drop out at some point along the way, you know, I know a lot of the other candidates would love to have his support. But again, we're a long way from that. And I think this is really interesting, Neil, and you and I have talked about this before. Right. This is a really unique campaign year. The things that we thought would get some people's poll numbers to drop have not happened. So I think it's really too early to predict what impact this could have on Ben Carson. It's up to the voters to decide that.
All right, Justin, thank you very much. We'll be monitoring this.